Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss the most important questions on public administration, which are often asked in many competitive exams. So be with this video till the end. If you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my new videos. Let us start from the first question. The book The Intellectual Crisis in American Public Administration deals with which concept? Options are new public administration, ecological approach, developmental approach, public choice approach. The correct option is public choice approach. The Intellectual Crisis in American Public Administration is a book written by Vincent Ostrom and Barbara Allen which deals with public choice approach. Which of the following are correct? Theory of Social and Economical Organization, Max Weber. It is correct. Models of Man, H. Simon. This is also correct. Organization and Management, F. W. Taylor. This is not correct. Elements of Public Administration, F. M. Marx. This is correct. So the correct option is option A. A public personnel may face disciplinary action on the following basis. Inattention to duty, this is correct. Inefficiency, this is also correct. Insubordination, this is also correct. Integrity, this is not correct. So the correct option is option A. Which one of the following is not a constitutional body? The correct option is University Grants Commission. University Grants Commission is a statutory body under Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. It was set up in accordance to the UGC Act 1956 and is charged with coordination, determination and maintenance of standards of higher education in India. Which of the following is the motivation factor in two-factor theory of Hertzberg? Two-factor theory of Hertzberg is also one of the most important topics of public administration. The correct option is work itself. Two-factor theory of Hertzberg are motivation factors, hygiene factors. In motivation factors, recognition, achievement, personal growth, job itself. Hygiene factors, job security, salary, working conditions, company policies. Arrange Maslow's hierarchy of needs in descending order. First, psychological needs, then security needs, then social needs, then ego needs, then self-actualization needs. So the correct option is option A. In his 1943 work, A Theory of Human Motivation, in the journal Psychological Review, American psychologist Abraham Maslow proposed the concept of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Which of the following is not a part of Saptang theory propounded by Kautilya? The correct option is Purohit. According to Kautilya's Saptang theory, the seven components of a state are Swami means the king, Amatya ministers, Janapada the territory, Durga a fortified capital, Kosa, the treasury, Danda, justice or force, and Mitra means ally. Who defined bureaucracy as organization that cannot correct its behavior by learning from its errors? The correct option is option D, M. Crozier. In 1953, Michel Crozier's research on French postal bank white-collar workers led to Petit's fonctionaries or travel, establishing his sociological reputation. His 1964 book, The Bureaucratic Phenomenon, pioneered organizational sociology and laid the foundation for strategic analysis. Which of the following is not an approach of decentralization according to James W. Fester? The correct option is option C, productive or business approach. James W. Fester has grouped different approaches to decentralization into four main categories in his article, Approaches to Understanding of Decentralization. Doctrinal approach, political approach, administrative approach, dual role approach. Which was the initiatives for introduction of local government in British India? Option C is the correct option. Ripon's Resolution 1882. Lord Ripon was known as the father of local self-government in India. He had introduced local self-governance in the year 1882. The provisions of the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act are not applicable to the scheduled areas and tribal areas. Under which of the following article of the Indian Constitution these areas are covered? Article 244. The 74th Amendment Act of 1992 provides a basic framework of decentralization of powers and authorities to the municipal bodies at different levels. In which of the following committee of parliament, deputy speaker will automatically become chairman if he is the member of that committee? Options are Committee on Public Undertakings, Standing Committee on Commerce, Joint Consultative Committee, Public Accounts Committee. The correct option is Public Accounts Committee. This committee is one of the most important topics of public administration as well as political science. So you must need to know some important points related to this committee. Let us know some important points. First, you need to know about the type. This is the Financial Parliamentary Committee along with the Estimate Committee and Committee on Public Undertakings. Then functions. It accesses the value for money of government projects, programs and services. It basically examines the annual audit reports of the Controller and Auditor General of India, which are led before the Parliament by the President. About establishment also question is oftenly asked. It was established in 1921 under the Government of India Act 1919. It operates under the authority of Article 105 and Article 118. These two articles are very important. Term 1 year. About members also question is oftenly asked. There are 22 members in this committee, 15 from the Lok Sabha and 7 from the Rajya Sabha. The appointment of the chairman of this committee is also the very important topic for the exam perspective. The chairman of PSC is appointed by the Speaker of Lok Sabha, who is regarded as the father of the development administration. The correct option is option C, George Gantt. The term development administration was first coined by U.L. Goswami, an Indian scholar. He used this term in his article entitled The Structure of Development Administration in India, published in 1955. What are the four P's in development administration as identified by Stone in 1967? These four P's are plans, policies, programs, projects. The Supreme Court judgment, which made it mandatory for all government departments to consider the name of mother along with father for all practical purposes. This was Geeta Hariharan versus Reserve Bank of India, 1999. Under which articles of the Constitution of India seats are reserved for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies in the proportion to their population? Article 330 and 332. As per the order issued by the Delimitation Commission in 2008, 412 are the general seats, 84 seats are reserved for scheduled caste, and 47 seats for the scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha. Alton Mayo's experiment to explore human attitude and sentiments by free expression of likes and dislikes is known as experiments in interviewing workers. The Hawthorne studies consisted of four separate experiments: illumination experiments, relay assembly test room experiments, experiments in interviewing workers, bank wiring room experiments. The Hawthorne experiments were conducted between 1924 and 1932 at Western Electric Company's Hawthorne Works in Chicago by Alton Mayo, who was an Australian by birth. He discovered that job satisfaction of employees can be increased by making them participate in decision making rather than other incentives. Who stated social change refers to any modification in established patterns of internal human relationship and standards of conduct. This is Lundberg and others. Vidyabhushan and D.R. Sachdeva observed, change is the law of nature. What is today shall be different from what it would be tomorrow. The first Minnebrook Conference gave rise to new public administration. The Minnebrook Conference is the outcome of the social disturbances of the late 1960s and early 1970s, held every 20 years after it was first commissioned in 1968. It has evolved to become one of the most iconic academic movements in public administration in the United States. Since its inception in 1968, the Minnebrook Conference has so far held 3 episodes. These 3 episodes also very important for the exam perspective. Minnebrook first commissioned in 1968, marked the beginning of the new public administration. Minobrook II, held in 1988, reflected on the impact of the new public administration. Minobrook III, it is the latest episode, which took place in 2008, was organized in two phases on the theme The Future of Public Administration, Public Management, and Public Service Around the World. The first textbook on public administration was Introduction to the Study of Public Administration. This book was authored by L.D. White. Some other works of the public administration is also considered as the first, like the essay The Study of Administration by Woodrow Wilson, which appeared in the Political Science Quarterly in 1887, marked the start of this phase. Wilson is hence referred to as the father of public administration. In 1812, Charles Jean Bonin wrote the Principe d'administration publique in French, which is considered as the first treatise on public administration separately. Please like, share, and subscribe.